Today's the day I become a rich man. I'm gonna pan for gold at the site of Sweden's first gold mine. If I don't exit this place with my weight in gold, I'm gonna be so disappointed. In the mid-1700s, Ädelfors gold mine in Småland opened as Sweden's first gold mine. High traces of gold was found in ore dug up from a nearby river in 1737, and a gold mining company was quickly established after that. The state actually became part owners of the company, and they renamed this location from Geology to Ädelfors, the Noble Rapids. The first gold smelting took place here in 1741 and generated 64 gold ducats. This newly formed company was never really profitable though. Things improved a little bit when they imported new esoteric ways of extracting gold from Hungary. By 1773 they had a yearly total output of 12,000 ducats, but they were still struggling with profitability. After that, things just went downhill up until 1822, and then they stopped production completely. In 1869 there was a brief attempt to start a new company, but they just produced gold in small quantities, and they stopped production completely in 1890. So there is gold here, there's absolutely no doubt of that, but maybe it's not exactly Klondike. Is this the bell I'm gonna ring when I strike gold? Don't forget to flush. Gold miner humor, this is an outhouse. Why do they have a gym by the gold panning site? The gold here is from quartz veins that were formed 1.75 million years ago by geysers and tricky chemical reactions. Actually, the instructors can tell you a lot more about the formation of gold veins, so it's really interesting from a geology point of view as well, if someone is interested in that. But I'm of course not digging through quartz veins. I'm sifting through gravel that has been pounded by water and erosion to find small specks of gold. Very small specks of gold. Basically, I'm gonna sift through mud to find pieces of metal that are denser than the surrounding rocks and other material. In other words, I'm gonna pan for gold. So how do I go about panning for gold? Well, the process is pretty simple. I'm given some equipment and a very nice introduction to how to actually do it. Then they basically sent me off to dig for rocks and sand and sift away all the unnecessary materials like big rocks. And then the actual panning starts. Panning for gold is a pretty slow and painstaking process, but it's also pretty fun. And I am finding some gold, surprisingly enough. Looks exciting, doesn't it? It's all about letting gravity do the work. Gold has a high density, so it falls to the bottom. If you do it correctly, that is. Which I'm not doing, but I'm still finding gold. So it's really simple. Water, gravity and patience finally pays off. I'm collecting all the gold I find in this one. Impressive, isn't it? Yeah, it's not exactly full to the brim, is it? The company behind this has been running it for 25 years, and they point out that it's mostly for fun. You do get to keep all the gold you find, but it's mostly about the experience and learning something new. The story behind Guldström, the company arranging all of this, is pretty interesting. A guy called Lars Guldström was a wreck diver in the 60s, but he also experimented with metal detector technologies. He heard about American divers dredging for gold and decided to look where gold has been found in Sweden. That's where he heard about the old gold mine at Ädelfors. He tried out his own modified metal detector and actually found some small quantities of gold here. He experimented even more with his equipment, and he went to Finland and the west of the US, but eventually he came back here after he had improved his pans and metal detectors even further. The media heard about this weirdo who was digging for gold in Sweden, so they wrote a lot of articles about him, and that caused a lot of people to reach out to him, also interested in panning for gold. Then things escalated. Lars and his family wrote a book, held courses, sold equipment, and opened panning sites for enthusiasts. But it turned out that not just enthusiasts, but common people as well were interested in panning for gold. So this place basically turned into a big tourist attraction. They really struck gold, in other words, not by actually finding gold, but by telling a good story and selling the dream of gold to other people. And that's how most people got rich during the gold rush in America as well. History repeats itself, doesn't it? In the end, this is all the gold I managed to find. I don't think I'm gonna quit my day job anytime soon. It was a great experience anyway, and I hope you enjoyed this, a little look at how to pan for gold at the site of Sweden's first gold mine. Like and subscribe, but most importantly, have a great day.